Hi everybody, Derek Kalaki here. I'm sitting down with Sul Ross head baseball coach, Bobby Metzger. Coach, thank you for taking the time.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Now, we've got 3 games left in this season, an opportunity to host the playoffs, depending. You're tied with UT Dallas, both 14-7 in the conference. You've got Mary Hardin Baylor. They've got ETBU. The first question is, does this kind of opportunity pose a distraction to the players or the coaches at all, knowing that there's an opportunity for something greater?
I don't think so. I think we talked about it even last week when the rumblings started happening that this could be a possibility that, we're just trying to, regardless of what happens, trying to be playing our best baseball as we're heading to the conference tournament. So that's what we want to do, whether it be here in Alpine or on the road. So, trying to take care of the fundamentals, do all the little things right, and because that's how you win a conference championship and get to a regional is win the tournament. So we'd love to have it here in Alpine. I think it'd be great, and we don't have to travel on that bus like we've done all year. We'd like for it to be here. So, but baseball in all sports, but specifically baseball, there's just some things you can't control, and winning's one of them. You just do all the little things right, and winning's kind of a byproduct there. So if you're not careful, though, it could cause a distraction. But I think we're right where we need to be, and just trying to play good baseball.
At the beginning of this season, did you think you'd be here right now, 3 games to go, with this kind of opportunity?
I don't ever know what you, at the beginning of the season, if you're ever thinking what could be the possibilities of a team, because there's it's a long season. The ASC is a grind and a gauntlet, but at any time, this teams and a lot of the teams that we've had could win baseball games. So it doesn't surprise me at all that they're here at this point. I don't really. There's not a whole lot of expectations starting the year, just because of how long the conference is, and you just got to see a lot of things play out. So it doesn't surprise me at all, but that really wasn't the expectation. We're trying to make the conference tournament and be playing good baseball when that time comes. So.
Talk about playing good baseball, 14-7 in the conference with this great opportunity. Talk about from the beginning to where you are right now, how you guys have progressed as a team.
The biggest thing is just trying to figure out pitching staff. And I think early in the year, you really don't know how you're going to set up a rotation. But we're fortunate enough this year that we had a lot of guys go through some ups and downs in their career here, and we've got a lot of experience on the mound. So guys have been punched in the face, so to speak, out there, and all that experience previously has paid off. So being where we went out to Arizona and lost all 4 games. The scores looked really bad. We played defending champions pretty close in Cal-Lou and had the chance to beat those guys. But I knew it. I told the guys then, this is a 500 club team. I do know that. But we're just going to figure some things out. And to their credit, they've listened to me. I told them, matter of fact, last weekend how much I appreciate it. And the fact that they're listening, trying to get the beat, so to speak. And they don't have to do that just because I'm the head coach. That they've done a good job and kind of banding together, and they enjoy playing.
You scheduled games like Trinity this year, #1. You went and played New Mexico State. How important are those games to move into the conference games and an important series coming up like this? You fell in those games, yes, but how important are they to this team?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing when you're playing those teams and playing Cal-Lou and Redlands and Chapman, all those teams are ranked in the region when they come out. But what it does show is that you can play with them. I mean, there's not a whole lot off between a lot of teams in the ASC and those top teams in the country. But it's important to know that you can play with these teams, and just got to take care of all the little things and play with a pack mentality, which is banding together as a group and being selfless. And when you do those type of things, it's something we can grow on playing those guys for sure. But what you do notice is that you're not that far off of being a top team in the region and maybe in the nation.
Let's talk about the Howard Payne series that just passed. You dropped 2 out of 3, a couple of tough games there, but UT Dallas fell to Hardin Simmons, which still gives you an opportunity. What do you do with Mary Hardin Baylor coming in to prevent what happened last series?
I don't think you can do anything about it. And that's the thing. Somebody asked me, were you upset about not winning? That was only the second series we lost, and only the first series we lost since we figured out a rotation. But I wasn't upset about it. I thought we played pretty good baseball. We took care of the we had no errors on the weekend.
Yeah, no errors. I was going to mention that.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, yeah, great defense. And you see it in the conference standings. I think we're fielding over a 9-7, which is ridiculous, to be honest. But either way, I thought they played well enough to win all 3 of those games in a way, and actually we were 1 out away on Friday to get it done. We just didn't get it done. You got to tip your hat to Howard Payne. They put a few hits together and ended up putting that 5 spot up with 2 outs, which is hard to do. And Sam Russell had been really good for us all year. He's been able to go out and get 6 outs, no problem. And we ran in a little bit of trouble right there. And like I said, you got to tip your hat. So I don't think we do anything different, to be honest. I think we do exactly what we did this weekend and let the game take care of yourself or take care of itself. And winning is just a byproduct. So we're not going to do anything different. But because you just can't control umpires and some of those type of things. So, which we ran into some of that, but that's kind of part of the game. What makes our game fun and enjoyable, to be honest, is just all the little details that can result in win or loss of a game that you can't control. So,
speaking of starting pitching, you got Cody Remore, your ace, Aaron Marquez, a good 2-starter. Depending on the situation this series with certain playoff implications, could we see a different strategy come Game 3, depending on the situation from the starting staff?
Yeah, I'm not real sure. I don't foresee that. I think where we set up right now is the best scenario to help us win baseball games. Aaron Marquez has been in the bullpen for the last 2 years, and until we got rolling this little streak in conference, and because he is such a good pitcher, I wanted the guy to go get 3 outs at the end of the game, and Marquez could do that, and he always wanted to start. So. Finally gave him that opportunity, and he's been great. Of course, Remore's doing what he does in the first one, and then, Game 3's kind of been up in the air all year. I think where we are right now, Justin Harrell's a very, very competitive guy. He even his line wasn't very good this weekend, but in 3 innings he had 5 strikeouts. So still got able to miss barrels and get us some outs, and we just got to play good defense behind him and get him to where he's not giving up that big inning. He's just like that. He might give up a 3 spot and then throw a few goose eggs there. So I don't think so. I think he gives us the best chance to win a baseball game at this point. All the other guys don't have the experience he has, and experience plays. It really does. So throwing it to a younger guy out there, I don't know if that's the best scenario. So as of today, Justin Harrell will still be our Game 3 starter, and we'll see what happens.
Talk about this offense a little bit. You got senior Ryan Allmager. He's hitting home runs. Jonathan Bigley had a grand slam late in the game that brought you guys back in that 3rd game against Howard Payne that you ultimately dropped. Guillermo Loera had a good series last time out. Joseph Sanchez had a home run. The offense seems to be clicking.
Yeah, and that's what we've always been able to do. We've always been able to hit. It's just kind of part of it. I don't know if it's the guys we recruit or Coconut Field. It's just been an offensive-minded type team. But offense don't win games. So a lot of things got to be done right to win baseball games. But anytime you go to a series, we feel good about our offense. But I think we're able to do a lot of different things and not just hit the home runs or the doubles. We're able to take care of the details of the game that'll help you score some runs when your team necessarily isn't hitting. And that, to be honest, that's how you win the big games. Because the best teams at the top of the conference, a team like Concordia, they got good pitching. So good pitching always beats good hitting. I think we've always heard that. So what I like about the offense is that we can do a lot of different things. And Wesley Moss setting the table at the top. Jonathan Bigley can handle the bat. He can bunt. Ryan Allmager's moving guys over and end up hitting doubles out of it. So it's just a good offense more than just a hitting team. So all the way through, we have confidence in everybody to be able to do what they need to score runs. But again, a good hitting team is not necessarily the best team in the conference, but we just need a good offense and pitch it and play good defense. So yeah.
Now, baseball, unlike other sports, can be said to be an individual game. You got 9 guys out there playing their own game, so to speak. A pitcher on the mound can carry a team 1-0 with 1 RBI. An offensive guy can have a day and carry a team that way. But individual-wise comes personalities as well. And you've got some on this club. And I got to ask, what is with that inflatable duck that I see flying up in the air, and then it's on someone's head, and then somebody else has it? What's going on with that?
That's just from this weekend. I think in baseball, like you said, you only play 9 guys. You don't have special teams, and you can't sub in and sub out. So you got 9 guys, so you got 20-some-odd guys over there trying to stay engaged into the game. And I've been asking them to do that all year because it really does take everybody. You see, everybody feeds off everybody else. So if guys are after the plate and you jump on somebody's back, they'll lock in and engage and try to compete for the pack is what we talk about. But so they kind of make up their stuff. I don't know how they need to get to the intensity. I just ask them to bring intensity, and that'll be their best tool. It's kind of like a carpenter, but hard to get there, especially on those long double headers. So you got to do some crazy things. But I turn around in this game this weekend and look at Cody Remore, and he's got a duck on his head. And that duck was something I put out where we're trying to do with our RBI situation, especially 2-out RBIs. They're big situations, and you get a little bit too big in those situations, trying to drive runs in, trying to be the guy. So we got a certain approach that we look to do, and that duck was out there kind of like the ducks on the pond.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from, and it was there, and he picked it up, and before I know it, it was strapped on his head, and he was engaged. And I guess you got to be that way if you pitch on Friday and then Saturday doubleheader. That'd be a long day. But Cody wants to win every game, and not just the game that he's on the mound. So he's going to find a way to help us do that, even if he's not up there pitching. So that's kind of team mentality we need. Yeah.
So we've got 3 games left. Mayor Hardin Baylor's coming in. Need these wins, because there's something to play for. Talk to the fans. Why do they got to come out and support the Lobos?
Well, I think just because where they are right now, I think everybody knows the implications that are on the line, which makes it enjoyable to go watch a game whenever you kind of know what win or lose that there's something on the line. So also, like I said, they were been playing good defense all year. They're a team, like you said, that could hit a home run when they need to and hit some doubles and do some things there. So just pretty good, highly competitive team. There's something on the line there. When you bring that, it should be a good day at the yard. So yeah, that's why I'd come out.